Hey guys, today I'm going to be checking out two shrink plastic kits from Daiso, and they're both jewelry kits with level 2 and 3 difficulty. Now, they both look pretty similar, so I don't know what makes it 2 and 3. Anyway, here is the supply list, and if you work with shrink plastic before, you're going to have all this stuff. Most of it is stuff you have around the office and house anyway, so wouldn't worry too much about that. Anyway, here is the little tiny piece of shrink plastic that comes in the kit, and the findings, of course, and here are the instructions. They are in Japanese, but they do come with photos, so I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Anyway, let's get started. I am drawing little dots here for the hole punch later. It's going to be a little guideline, and then we're going to draw the outline. I am using a permanent marker here, but we are going to erase this later on, and this is something that I did learn from this kit, so wasn't a waste. Good use of $1. Anyway, I cut out the pieces. We're going to punch a hole. I used my 5.5mm hole punch, and I think that was the perfect size. I don't think my 3mm would have been big enough. So I have the holes, and you want 2 on each triangle, and now this is the fun part. I'm using nail polish remover to get rid of the permanent marker, and I suppose a lot of you are saying, duh Abby, we all knew this, but for some reason I thought when you put acetone on shrink plastic it just made it cloudy, but apparently if it's nail polish remover, not pure acetone, it erases the ink and works out fine. Anyway, I shrunk the pieces, and this shrink plastic was thinner than the plastic I usually use, so I think I melted it for too long, so it did warp a bit, and I also did all 3 pieces at once, which was not a smart idea, so make sure you shrink them 1 piece at a time. We are going to move on to painting the pieces. As you can see, I took strips of washi tape to create stripes, and this was another tip that was in the kit. Well, I say tip, it was in the instructions, and I never really thought of doing this before, and I probably will use this trick for future pieces. Anyway, I am using acrylic paint to paint these pieces, and now I'm peeling off the tape, and then we're going to go over it with white paint to create the stripes, and then we're going to seal it in. I did use Mod Podge because sometimes resin can just be really messy and time consuming. So for the back, I just did a coat of Mod Podge to seal in the paint, and that seemed to work perfectly fine. We're going to move on to the next kit because I'm going to do them all at the end, and this was the level 3 difficulty. Now you're going to see it's pretty much the exact same kit, just with rhinestones on it, so I guess adding rhinestones to it raises the difficulty level. I'm not sure. Anyway, the instructions were pretty much the same, and I'm going to be drawing the outline, and as you can see, I'm really bad at drawing straight lines. I'm going to cut the pieces out and punch some holes, and you're going to see here my hand slipped and that was not in the middle, but we are going to move on. Removing the lines again. I am so excited to have learned this trick because this is going to be so useful. And shrunk the pieces. I did them 1 at a time this time, and they turned out much better. And then I used my brain and used skinny washi tape instead of trying to cut even strips on my own, and this worked out much better, so get some skinny washi tape. Anyway, following the same steps, I painted a layer of purple paint and removed the tape, and I'm going to go over it with a coat or 2 or 3 of white paint. And I didn't show it in the video, but I did give each piece about 3 coats of paint. Now, for the front, we're going to do them with a little bit of resin, and you want to do very thin layers, otherwise you're going to plug the holes up and you'll have to drill them open again, and that's not fun. For the earrings, I'm going to add the rhinestones, like the instructions said, and for $1 kit, this was a lot of fun to make. If you are a beginner at shrink plastic, I think it's a good way to start. It gives you all the supplies you need and tells you how to do it, and I would say well worth $1. And even if you're experienced with shrink plastic, it's, sometimes fun to just make a kit, not have to think about what you want to do or be able to deviate from the instructions. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!